is up? Jefferson Multimedia. As we work with Adobe Premiere Pro, I want to slow it down. Since it's our first day in learning how to edit with this program, I want to do one edit and one edit only. So head down to your Windows menu, also your Start menu. I call it the Windows menu because look, there's a window. If you click on that, and I'm going to go to the newest version of Premiere Pro I have. Now you may have another window in front of the project menu. If you do, there's probably a white X up here in the top. Close it out. We want to start a new project. And when that happens, it will take you to this screen. The first thing it will ask you to do is do a project name. So I'm going to type in 20, oh, we got to delete first. I am going to type in 2023 homework and then hit return. Now what do we want to do? We want to import media. Do we click in here? Yes, we do. So if you look in the bottom in that left hand menu where it says import media to start, just click on import media to start. If you don't see this menu in the bottom left, go up to Window, Workspaces, and then go to Editing. When you do that, you should have the same setup as me. So I'm going to click on my import media to start. Now you'll want to go to either your C drive or your E drive. So I went to my C drive and I knew that in my video folder I had downloaded the second homework. So I can either double click it or I can click it and then click open. So click open. And you'll see that it is added to your window down here in the bottom. Now this is your bin where all of your video is held. If I click and drag it to my timeline, will that work? Yes. So now we have the video in our timeline. Have you noticed it's really super tiny? Yikes, how do we make that different? I want to give us maximum space for our timeline right now. I want you to come to this box. Hover right over the edge. See those arrows? Click and hold. Shrink this guy down for now. Then this box right here, click and hold. Shrink this guy down for now. We'll open them back up later. But I want to give us what we had with Rush that we're used to. I want the most amount of space for our timeline, and if we scroll through, you'll see that our is up here. If you look at these two lines, the top blue solid line, that is your video. See the eyeball? These two tracks down here are your audio. See the microphone? We want the video track as big as possible, right? So what if I hover right over the top of that video track? You know, here's the bottom, here's the top, and I get the arrows. I just stretch it up. How big can I make this? Rather large. Can I scooch the bottom down too? Because we don't really need to see much of the audio. But it looks like I can make it really super tall. And then remember our slider here at the bottom? Let's move it to the left a bit and see if it helps us. As I do that, notice how the things are getting bigger. What that will do is it will give us bigger thumbnails down here. All we need is our student walking into the room in the overhead shot. When they reach that little crack where the two tables come together, we want to cut from shot 1 to shot 2. So we want to cut out everything before when they come into the room. And a really easy hint, you'll hear me say stand by in 5, 4, 3. And after you get to the counting to 1 in your head, you could cut it. Let's see how this works. Click in my timeline to activate it. And here's my playhead at the very beginning, spacebar. Yeah, okay, so we filmed this back in January. Second hour, shot 1, take 2, starting in 5, 4, 3. So I bet I could start it right there, because in a second he's going to walk through that door. I have found that split isn't S anymore. It's Control K. for cut, I guess, with a K. So we've split off this little piece right here. I want you to right click it, which means middle finger on the right hand button, yeah? And I want you to look for ripple delete. Ripple delete. What that will do is it will delete that clip and move everything over. Let's see if it works. So we start with him walking in. Now let me show you something. I want the shot to end with him right at the seam between the two tables. So maybe about right there. Notice I'm just taking my playhead and moving it back. Let's give that a shot. Let's Control K for cut. Now we're going to play it until the next shot begins, which is just him at a normal angle instead of him at a high angle. Oh, look, Valentine stuff. Anyway, let's check it out. Let's watch the shot change. And I'll have him do the same thing again so we have continuity so that the shots match up. But we want to start shot 2 when he's right at this seam between the two tables. Let's see if we can find it.
Starting in 5, 4, 3.
And then he'll walk in, and when he's right here, we want to stop it. So, what's the cut command again? Control K for cut. This is tiny, can you see it? This is where the playhead is now. This is where it's going to start. This little seam right here is where shot 1 ended. Just like the volleyball video, this is the junk we don't need. So right click, go all the way up to ripple delete, and let's watch that one edit and see if it looks like he comes through the door from the high angle, so we see his whole body because this is a what? High angle full shot. And then we'll cut to the lower angle when he comes to the seam in the table, and it will look like one continuous event because that's what we want. Not bad. That is what we want. That is the first edit. So today, if that's all we do, great. But we want to break this up so it looks like one continuous event, and it makes it look like there's a camera at every single angle, whereas it was one camera and we filmed the same thing 11 times. We need to make it look like a continuous event. But that's our one edit for today. Let's keep going slow and let's get stuff done. So go up to File and go up to Save before you leave. File and Save, File and Save, and then let's shut the program and log out. Tomorrow, shot 2. Thanks, bye-bye.